Welcome to Tansson TV Plus. I'm Brandon,
And I'm Mom.
and thank you for spending the holidays with us.
Yep, thank you for spending the holidays with us. We're happy that you're able to join us today. We are once more contributing to the Vlogmas, per se, for the month of December, where we're talking about some movies, some TV shows, and we are looking today at Leave It to Beaver as our TV show that we like to talk about for Christmas.
Yes, and Mom, which episode is this?
This is called The Haircut.
Yes, and this is episode 4 of the series. And Mom, how is your day going? And you can go ahead and get started.
Oh, my day is going fine, Brandon. All right, guys, let me tell you a little bit about this particular episode. In this particular episode, Beaver has been losing any money that anyone has given him. He has also been selected to be in the school play, the school holiday play, I should say. And so, in order to prepare for the play, his father gives him money so he can get a haircut. And Beaver, of course, loses his money on the way to the barber shop. And then Beaver and his brother end up cutting his hair with disastrous results. And so is the episode of Leave It to Beaver.
Well, Mom, thank you so much for that.
You're welcome, Brandon.
And overall, what did you think about this episode before going into any other discussion?
I absolutely love this episode. This is like one of my favorite episodes of Leave It to Beaver. So I absolutely love it.
Did you know it was only episode 4?
I had no idea. We discovered that a little later, that this was only episode 4 of Leave It to Beaver. I knew it was the first season. I knew it was toward the beginning, but I didn't know it was so early on.
And Mom, I know in the midst of our, of course, winter discussions that we're doing, we've had shows from all sorts of decades and a couple movies, largely TV movies, and so I'd say this one is sort of in a unique position.
It is, Brandon. Now, I will let the people know that I did select this show because we're going back and forth, and this is one that I selected. Can you tell them why this is a little different for us? Not necessarily for us, but I should say for the category.
Yeah, so whereas most of the episodes that we're discussing are like explicitly like holiday episodes or Christmas episodes of some sort, this is not one of those, but instead has loose identifications for holiday. So the holiday episode that wasn't.
Yeah, what we discovered is that it was really implied. When we first talked about episodes, I think I talked about this one pretty early on, and I just knew it had to be a holiday episode. And then when you did the research, you found out that it was not necessarily classified like that. Can you tell them the reason why that at least at this time period that not a lot of shows had per se holiday episodes?
Yeah, so for the most part, especially early on in TV history, is that first of all, shows weren't really made to ever be repeated per se, but not only that, but they were made to also be timeless, which is interesting if it's not going to be repeated. But that being said, there weren't really a lot of episodes that are like, oh, okay, this is a holiday episode, for instance, that needs to be played at a certain time. You want to make sure that your shows are evergreen, and so this episode, while there's a lot of identifications towards it being around the holiday time, we're not really given any indication. No one says, oh, it's Christmas time. There's no trees anywhere, no decorations. In fact, the episode came out October 25th.
Yeah, and can you tell us what year, Brandon?
Yes, 1957.
Yeah. And so a lot of this, when we went back, we watched this, and we have seen this episode before, but when we watched this again, I had to see what made me think it was a holiday episode. I mean, something had to stand out. And so I did write down some things that kind of helped us to know it was a holiday episode. And I'm sure the audience would think so too. But first of all, as I kind of mentioned, that Beaver was selected to be in a play. Well, I should say in a holiday program per se. But we see the costume that Beaver has, and the costume is a choir outfit. His mother is fixing the wings to the choir robe, and then June does say it is a school performance, and at the end, Beaver does sing Hark the Herald Angels Sing, and then there's a sign that said it's a holiday performance. So there was enough there for you, the audience, to know that this had to be a winter event. However, this show itself, when you did look, there were no decorations for the holidays. You did not know it was a holiday time period. There was nothing to say except for those small little things that I just mentioned.
Yes, and it certainly is interesting. I mean, when you think of the grand context of things, and then even thinking about to when we discussed a year or so ago to I Love Lucy. I mean, they have their Christmas episode. Many people consider it a lost episode, even though it wasn't. It's just that Lucille Ball just didn't ever want to do a holiday episode, and so I think this just sort of speaks to the time period in which you just wanted to show that you could just enjoy any day of the week, doesn't matter when it is.
Yep, very true, very true. And like I said, it does fit the criteria when we were looking at some of it, meaning that, the song, their holiday song is there. There is some sort of decoration. In this case, the decoration is involved with the costume itself. And then there was a message here that we find that most of our holiday episodes do have. And to me, there were two different messages that they were trying to give. And Brandon, you can let me know if you agree or not. But I thought they aimed it two ways. I thought they had a parent message, then they also had a kid message. And so the parent message was basically to provide an environment where your children are not afraid to tell you things. And then for the children, the message was be honest with your parents. And so I kind of saw both of those messages in there, although they never explicitly said it. Uh, June implied it, but even though they didn't explicitly say it all the way through. And so I just thought this was just a very nice episode. It's funny, dramatic, sort of, for Beaver dramatic anyway. It's funny, Beaver dramatic, and then but it's just such a lighthearted, fun episode to watch. Brandon, do we have any connections at all?
Well, our connections actually would be with the series creators, and that is that they are also the creators of the Monsters.
Okay. Oh yeah, and that one was just released a couple weeks ago. So yes. All right. Was there anything else you thought was interesting about this episode, Brandon?
Yeah, so of course we also connected to the new Leave It to Beaver or Still the Beaver that we also have discussed on the channel. But in terms of interesting, I thought what was kind of fascinating is that these holidays episodes usually convey a very specific type of message that they want to convey to the audience. Is that even though it was done in a little bit of a different way, I feel that this episode sort of conveyed a similar message. And again, even in the most, I guess, evergreen way, that they were still able to bring in a little bit of that, like that holiday charm, so to speak, even if it all was just implied at the true very end of the episode.
Yes, very true. Very true. And Brandon, I tried to rate my episodes 1 to 5, 5 being the highest. I gave this a 4.5 because it's just wonderful. I really like it.
I'm going to have to agree with you.
Yes. And I will say my favorite part is really when June takes a look at Beaver's hair. That is a true mother reaction. So I really like that.
Yes, putting that cap back on.
Yes,
Well, he
yes,
does it too.
yes. So y'all have to let us know. What did you think? Did you think of this particular episode as being an episode that you immediately thought of as being a holiday episode, or were you aware that this was something that was done at that time period, meaning that it was an implied winter episode, but we didn't necessarily say it was. So let us know your thoughts.
Yeah, definitely do. Please do. And I think what's even the most surprising of it is the fact that it did release in October, not like even in November or December.
Yes, that's true too. True too. Makes you wonder what people were thinking at that time period for timing. All right. Well, we thank everybody for watching today.
And we look forward to seeing you next time.
All right. Have a great day, everybody.